Remember that scene in it where Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård, depending on your persuasion, lures little Georgie to his ultimate demise through the sewer grate? Well, that situation isn't exclusively left to the silver screen, because these guys caught themselves staring into the same cavernous depths, just like Georgie, except they didn't actually expect a monster to pop out.
Se lo juro que había algo.
Nos devolvemos.
Créame que yo no me hubiera llamado. Hubiera visto algo. Es que yo iba pasando por acá y esa vuelta está destapada.
No, cierre esa vuelta. Cierre esa vuelta y...
Ahí a la parte al...
What the hell is that? All we can make out are two black eyes and a strange, alien-like head shape. Although, we do have to say, it looks a little too good to be true. It's so still and moves so easily, almost as if it's some kind of mask someone just popped out over the ledge. There is no further context we can find online about this, so we'll throw it out to you. Can you find anything about this clip? Do you have any hot takes? Let us know in the comments. After a long night of partying, a group of girls, along with a few guys, were driving home, pretty cooked, when they decided to make a quick pit stop at a local store. Little did they know that the night still had one last thrill in store for them. As they pulled up to the parking lot, one of the girls, still feeling the effects of the night, spotted something strange in the distance. At first, the rest of the group brushed it off, thinking she might have had one too many drinks. But determined to prove she wasn't just imagining things, she pulled out her phone to record. What she caught on camera left them all in stunned silence.
De que está cerrada la Dairy Queen, güey, sigue en construcción. Cállate, y hay un señor allá adentro. ¿Qué chingados hace ahí, señor? ¿Qué hace ahí? Es un señor con sombrero.
No se ve nada. No
ya no se ve, pero
no
sí se... No.
Ah, no, sí está.
Sí está.
Ah, ese es el velador.
Ay. Un velador no se va a vestir como si fuera, no sé, turista o acapulqueño. No se va a vestir.
A man in a hat briefly appeared sitting in the corner of the store, except this was well past closing time, and no one was supposed to be there. What made it even creepier, he looked totally relaxed, not exactly the vibe of someone sneaking in. Security guard, maybe, but how come he vanished as soon as the camera panned? She swears the figure kept appearing and disappearing before she finally caught it on video. Was it a spirit hanging out in the shadows, or just a reflection playing tricks? We'll leave that one up to you. Imagine going for a hike alone and realizing you're not as alone as you think, just like this guy. He felt like someone was watching him, but as it turns out, he was right. At first, it looks like a stalker watching him from behind the tree. But as he got closer to find out who, he was utterly shell-shocked to see a pure black figure with no facial features whatsoever. Creepy, for sure, but there's so much to unpack here. First, why is it always captured on the worst quality cameras ever? It makes it a lot easier to hide signs of fakery, that's for sure. Secondly, did you see how thin that tree was? How did that big-ass shadow blob manage to completely hide itself behind it? And why the hell did this dude see someone stalking him, and instead of running away, start breathing heavily and get closer to it? So many questions. Reckon this is another one for the fake pile? Let us know your thoughts. This security guard was expecting it to be the same as any other shift, when he was skimming through the cameras, until he saw this flying past the screen. A circular shape and blinding light tend to point to one answer, that the aliens were making a quick getaway. But if we try to apply a more logical explanation, could it have been a drone? Possibly, but surely we would have seen a more defined shape or seen the propeller spinning, which we didn't. Still, that doesn't mean we can eliminate the possibility that this was either some sort of huge orb or a UFO. What do you think, though? Let us know in the comments. You might be worried about the influx of your home being susceptible to ghostly happenings and hackers, but you should be equally as wary of the outside too, especially watching this clip from Logical Leprechaun, showing us that ignorance really can be bliss.
Like another minute, and he never comes back. He never does anything else. Whoever this is,
never rings again.
Is that wearing a dress or something?
again.
Like a wedding dress?
Wedding dress.
It is creepy how it's dark there, and then boom.
Now, this could have just been somebody waltzing by the camera in a wedding dress, as the uploader seems to believe, but the description of the video states that the figures on the Ring doorbell are never that wispy. They're usually quite crisp. It's also quite common for these cameras to mess up the image a little, when movement is captured during nighttime though. This makes sense when we think about the amount of storage required to handle entire days of footage. The solution? Low resolution, resulting in glitches and poor image quality. But the real kicker is that this footage was captured at 3 a.m., the witching hour. Bet you've been twitching to the edge of your seat waiting for another dose of creepy-ass doll videos. Well, this clip, uploaded by Joanne Brown, UK Ghost Hunter, on YouTube, does not disappoint. The creepiest part isn't even the fact that the uploader is called Joanne Brown, who owns 14 haunted dolls, is also called John Brown. The creepiest part here is that the doll's wig is real human hair. The doll itself is also really old, over 150 years, and has raised a couple of paranormal questions throughout her time in the Brown household, moving on my streams and causing huge EMF spikes. Perhaps it's time we put a cap on doll production, for the safety of everyone's pants. At around 3 in the morning, this elderly lady was fast asleep, when the security camera installed by her granddaughter for peace of mind captured something that would leave them both in a shock a few days later. What they saw on the footage nights earlier seemed like an eerie sign of what was to come. It was uploaded on social media Yenya77, who mentioned that her grandmother is bedbound and sleeps on a railed bed for safety, which makes the footage all the more strange. Take a look. Did you spot it? No? We'll highlight it for you. But first, let's talk about why this left them speechless. You see, the OP commented under the post revealing that, only a few hours after the video was recorded, they were told by doctors that their grandmother's leg was, quote-unquote, dead and ready to be amputated. Now let's look at the footage again, zoomed in and sped up. What on earth is that? A leg materializing and slowly disappearing like a ghost. They truly believe this was a sign because their grandmother couldn't even feel her leg, let alone move it. And the way it appears, only to disappear seconds later, is truly bizarre. Could the leg appearing on the footage be some kind of sign? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. TikToker Elastin Comino had lost his father 67 months before this next video, and according to him, they didn't see each other for a couple of years before his death. Filled with grief and regret, he visited his dad's grave, but ever since that day, he claims to have started experiencing some strange occurrences in the house, which led him to try and capture the activities on camera. However, what he captured one day left him terrified of living there.
No puede ser. Es mi primer día de vuelta. Estoy hecha un bodrio. Es cierto. Es la verdad.
Esos cabrones se están moviendo solos.
Escuché lo que pasó, pues. No, te lo lamento mucho. Si fueras mi hija, te diría que lo usaras.
This is a very interesting one, because while this could be paranormal activity caught on camera, it could also be something else. You see, when the activity stopped, he panned the camera around for seemingly no reason, but by doing so, the camera shows a pure dark spot, which is the perfect place to hide a cheeky jump cut and remove whatever motors or strings pulled the door, just before showing us there's nothing there. But still, we can't prove whether it's paranormal or not yet, so let's keep digging through their channel.
Estoy sintiendo pasos, estoy sintiendo ruido. Y bueno, yo espero que esta noche sea muy tranquila. ¿Qué fue eso? Dios mío, ¿qué fue eso? Me arrebataron la cobija. Ay, Dios mío. Me arrebataron la cobija. No sé si salir porque estoy asustado.
After waking up to some disturbance in the hallway, his blanket is pulled to the ground. With a racing heart, he musters the courage to investigate further, but of course, found nothing. It's easy to assume someone could have attached a string to the blanket from outside the room, because his slow response time kind of leaves a lot to the imagination. Whoever did it had enough time to hide or even exit his apartment, after all. But to give him the benefit of the doubt, his home did look empty, and he showed every part of his house to prove he was alone. We couldn't just assume his entire story was made up, so we did a bit more digging and found this video.
Otra vez se escuchan golpes en la sala. Son las 3:25, se escuchan golpes en la sala, se escuchan cosas, no he podido dormir. Van a ser casi las 4 de la mañana. Dios mío, ayúdame, Dios mío. Oh, Señor bendito. Abre la puerta. Cierra la puerta del baño. ¿Quién está ahí? Dios, ¿qué es eso, Dios? Ayúdame, Dios, ayúdame. ¿Quién está ahí? Ay, Dios. La cortina se movió. Esa cortina se movió.